And so here we are. New Sunday, new race in the race station community.
Yes.
This time we are going to race at Canada in the F1 League. And it should be
know assets, know everything. Like in reality.
This should be really. This will be an interesting race, I think. With Carrax leaving the league, it has put up a major chance for the three competitors for the championship, in the likes of SH, Big Prenta, and of course Kimi.
Yep, indeed. Carrie is no longer with us due to other obligations, and yeah. So one less competitor there.
And really, the gap between Carrax and the rest was so big, but now, and I will look at the championship table, I believe there is only a 3-point difference between the top 3 guys.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
As we wait for everyone to start.
Yeah,
We
since
can
it's past 8, it should start soon.
So here we are after Monaco.
Due to, yeah.
SH at the moment is in second, but will be in first because Carrax is not driving anymore. SH has 73 points, and then Big Prenta with 68 and Kimi with 67. So there are only 6 points between the top 3 at the moment.
Yeah, we're very close today.
Also, this can mean that Big Prenta won't be in the fight for the champion for the constructors anymore, because at the moment Ferrari is 21 points ahead, but he's on his own now. So
it takes one race to close the gap now.
Yeah.
And since he's not competing anymore, yeah. We'll see how many victims the Wall of Champions will also gain.
I hope for these guys that it won't rain today, because with the rain it's even worse to avoid that wall there.
That's why I smashed my car.
Yeah, well, the curbs are so slippery here. The track itself is really slippery, even when it's dry, so...
By the way, will we do a shortened quali here? Because it's only 30 players.
Yeah, we will go into Q2 straight away, and so the people will just put up their setup, and we will go into Q2, because there's no really anything to play for in Q1.
No, there's barely anything to play for in Q2 either.
Yeah, top 10. I don't know, will be fast here, do you think?
Yeah, I think it will be through fast, and we will see if there will be any heavy rain like in the F2 race.
Well, it seems that the F1 most of the time don't get that much rain as we do, so for them that's a good thing, but it will really put up a great race.
Spectacular to race in the wet, but yeah.
Yeah, it's so difficult. So difficult.
No.
Really?
Let's skip the logo, otherwise I'm gonna get the copyright strike on my video.
I still have to re-upload the video of mine in Monaco because of that. Ooh, rain!
And we see heavy rain.
Oh, but will there be rain in Q2? That's a good question as well, because these guys don't have to come out. So
Yeah.
they really don't know what
usually-
Q2 will give. So will they go on a dry setup if it's dry in the race, or go on a wetter setup maybe?
Oh, we will. Do you have an insider there who tells you which the weather will be like?
Ooh, I have to look at that. I have to grab my PC because I can't see it on PlayStation itself.
Mm. This will be interesting. If it's rain all the race.
Maybe it's better to just look at the phone because really the comments are
Right.
already
We have yellow
exploding.
flags in sector
I'm already
3
at
because
13
Vernon
at
retired.
13 comments. I'm already at 13 comments, so there must be going
Wow.
on. So
I don't even have viewers.
okay, let's have a look.
We see somebody driving out, so that's stupid.
Can we watch the live chat? Yeah, thank you very much.
Am I even broadcasting?
VW says
I am.
race starts dry and light rain after 45 minutes. 90 minutes heavy rain.
Ah.
Ooh, so
this will be interesting.
we have something on our hand that is really the reverse situation that we had in our race, where it started wet and it. Well, at our race it improved real fast, and we were already on the dry tires after like lap 15. Oh, this will be really interesting. Who's good in the wet and who's good in the dry?
There were not many opportunities to find out yet, really.
Yeah, because in the that can be a really big thing. Will you start on a drier setup now for the start of the race, or would you choose for?
It's hard to tell. Also, the quali. If it rains in the quali too, I would stick with a wet setup. So
Yeah,
we'll pay out in the end.
Yeah, if it is wet through the whole qualifying, and it really depends on how fast it will rain, because when you're on the dry setup you will have the advantage there, and in the rain it's really difficult to overtake, man.
Yeah.
Especially on a track that is so close to the walls like in Canada. As we are still waiting for Petrolhead Harry. It's a really long name.
Yeah,
I
what
will
is he
just call him
doing?
Harry. Oh, Harry, yeah, he's retired, and now we only wait for VW.
What was that about? Driving out and then retiring? That's a waste of time, isn't
Yeah. A real waste of time. Indeed.
it? Right, no surprises here.
So, straight into Q2. Well, we will see if the weather conditions improved or not. I think it's just on the verge of intermediate to wet, so that's an interesting one.
I think it looks like wet. It is. I mean, I was surprised when we started in intermediate and my race engineer was like, oh yeah, there will be light rain in a few minutes. I was like, what? Why would you start intermediate then if it's heavy rain? Oh, that looks like a light rain.
Yeah, no, it's definitely intermediates. So I feel we will see most people coming out straight away to see what the track is like and to put in a fair amount of laps. Although,
Yep.
the question is, you don't want to use all those tires if you have to use them in the race. Oh no, it's wet. It's full wet. I see action at Mercedes with the full wet
Interesting.
tires.
Interesting.
It doesn't look like full wets at all. So for action at Ferrari.
Yeah, it
What
is.
Big Prent is also on the full wets. Everyone's going on the full wets.
Ah,
I think we will see a few laps on the full wets, and then as soon as they are driving a bit, it will dry up real quick, I think, for
yeah,
intermediates.
that might be.
I don't. Well, I can look at it. Everyone is on these full wets at the moment, so
Yeah. That is surprising. Do they want to
Yeah.
save the intermediates for the race?
SH will be the first one to set a lap. Oh, also interesting is Newcart. Newcart hasn't been at many races here, and he was unlucky to get
Yes,
caught up
indeed.
in Monaco. So it will be interesting to see if he will have the pace to keep up with the championship contenders.
Yeah, I think he was busy with his... Oh, and Matthew already nudged the World of Champions.
As we
For no
go
damage.
to... Where's SH? SH is starting his lap now. Ooh, backhand stepping out big time there.
We see slip and slide here. Ooh, big pace. Mappy
Oh,
is
yeah.
struggling to keep it at the track. I don't
Going
know
a
if he
little
choose the
on.
right tires for this occasion here.
I think it's weird that they are going on the full wets. It's so dry, and also SH
Yeah.
doesn't have the grip. He goes wide into that
Yeah, Matthew Asperg as well.
5-6 combination.
Yeah, it's manageable. I think intermediates would be the better fit here.
Yeah. I haven't seen one turn of SH where he doesn't lose the backhand.
As I'm watching Matthew Asprey, he's also struggling to keep it on the track. We have fully yellow flags.
VW has lost his front wing into turn 3 and 4.
That is unfortunate. That loses him a lot of time.
Well, maybe it even will win him sometime with all these people on the full wets. He can go to the Inter straight away.
Yeah, have a good time.
I mean, this doesn't look like full wets at all. A big Prenta 123.9.
Yep.
Oh, Big Dave only 69 thousandths off. Well, everyone doesn't really seem able to put up the throttle in this.
Everybody really.
Oh! Big Brent almost
What?
loses it. Oh, almost into the wall there.
Ah.
Oh, Vern is 2 seconds off, but Vern has lost a bit of his front wing as well.
I think there are
Everyone
a lot
is
of
struggling.
lap times.
Everyone is struggling, really.
You want to
I
check the
think
race
it's definitely intermediates time. It can't be.
Yeah.
This can't be
We
the right
have-
conditions for the full wets.
No. We have Matthew Asbrook, this is the next lap invalidated. Colin Harry, this is the next lap invalidated.
It's interesting. There,
SH invalidated. Ellie 86
the
invalidated.
devil is also
And
coming in.
U-Card, also this is the next lap invalidated.
SH 122.9. goes almost a second faster than Big Prenta. Oh, Big Prenta improves. 6 tenths behind SH. Oh, but oh, look at the slides there, man.
Yeah, Big Prenta is a slime rock. These are the wrong tires.
Oh, we have to
And,
see.
ooh,
Vern
there
is
goes the
coming in.
Walkers.
VW is also in, and or Devil, so they will be the first one to maybe make the switch to the Inters.
Petrolhead Harry is now actually on a lap that counts.
Oh
And
yeah,
VW
VW on
changed
the
Inters.
Inters. Yeah. So here we are. Will that be the right choice? I think it will.
Yeah, I think it will. It must be. SH now on the top of the table. Also Vernon now on the Inters.
The new car seems like he is on a fast lap. Oh no, he's going in. He's going
Petrolhead Harry really needs to put down a time
in.
here
Oh,
now.
Vern is also on the Inters. So
I think it's the best
what
call
are these
to
guys
go on
going?
Inters.
Big Dave is coming in. Ooh, oh, Big Prent is really struggling. He keeps his car on the road, but he already had quite a bit of big moments.
Petrolhead Harry still invalidated at that time.
So let's have a look. VW and Werner on the
Petrolhead Harry-
outlap.
This is the next lap invalidated as well. And Big Dave also invalidated this the next lap, and Newcut also. There's a lot of invalidated lap times here. And Petrolhead Harry goes wide into the grass.
I only see petrol. So now we have VW. VW is coming up to start his lap. So let's look what the Inters can do compared to the full wet. Although there is someone in front of him.
Yeah, Renault.
That's the Renault of... I don't know who's in the Renault. That's a good question. I haven't... I think, yeah, it's Dave J.
That is Dave J, yeah.
Vern has also started his lap. Maybe he is the better comparison. Goes a little bit wide into 1 and 2. So really strategies will also be very interesting. Then what do you think? 1 stop, 2 stop? Normal in dry conditions?
Be three stop.
Yeah. Of course it will really depend on how fast the rain will come. If you will go on the super softs or on the ultras.
Yeah, and how much tire wear you have with the wet tires. Also, they really need to look out for fuel management here.
Yeah.
Because the wet weather really burns a lot of fuel.
And also, it's not possible to have enough fuel to finish the race from the start.
Yep. That was very confusing to me.
Vern has to overtake someone in the... Oh, that could have cost him a lot of time there. The Renault goes into the pit, but he was so close. Oh, Vern goes fast, it's 1:22.9. Oh, that close, very close.
And here we see the slide from Vern.
It's definitely into now though. VW, meanwhile, has gone into 8th. New Karts is on his outlap at the moment. and he hasn't set a lap time yet, so this will really be the last stint of everyone, I think, with only 4 or 5 minutes to go.
About 4 minutes.
So, on the brink of going to the top 10 right now, Matthew, but Newcart and Devil and Petrolhead Harry all haven't set a valid lap time yet, so it will be really a real fight for the top 10, I think.
Yeah.
Real close. So Newcart has started his lap. Let's have a look there.
Oh, Matthew got...
Newcart a little bit of a moment there coming out of turn 4. Ooh, yeah. Oh, good. Oh, he seems like he's pushing really hard. Well, good turn 5 and 6 there. VW retired. What happened there? Oh, he crashed it. He crashed it. I think that's turn 3 and 4 as well. But that's a really hard or a real tough combination there in the wet.
Oh, Matthew into the wall of champions.
Oh well, he survived. He hasn't retired.
He lost his wing.
He didn't have terminal damage, luckily enough. So, what will Newcart do? Kimi goes fastest, 1:22.0. But here we come, Newcart coming out of the last corner. He will go 1:22. Oh, 21.7. Well done, so there goes Matthew out of the top 10. VW, he's still in the top 10, but he can't improve anymore.
No.
So
we still need to see a lap time from Devil's office.
Yeah, well, he seems to be on 1 right now, or is that an invalidation? I think that's can be an invalidation. Oh, going into the wrong point.
No, it should be fine.
Okay, yeah. So let's see. He's going into the last chicane.
Bit of a power slide.
Goes 9. So. Oh, it's in.
Currently, W, Dave J, and Matthew are out.
VW is still in 10th. So, yeah.
And Petrolhead Harry still hasn't set a time because he invalidated all his time so far.
Oh, and he can only have 1 go, really. Because he's on his outlap now.
Must be his go. Let me check the race director.
Dave J seems to be on a fast lap as well.
He should be fine right now.
Dave J has to improve 4 tenths to go into the top 10 shootout.
I think Matthew will stay on 12 because he needs to repair his wing and yeah.
So here we go, Dave J coming out of the last corner, avoiding the wall of champions.
And Matthew bit it.
Oh, Dave J goes 9th, but
in corner 3, Matthew bit
this is really weird. Dave J was in 11th, right? And VW is still in 10th. So is it true that when people retire that they are staying in the same position? Or? No, it isn't. Oh no, VW is still in 10th, looking at the timetable, but it's interesting that Dave was in 11th, and now he's in 9th, and VW is still in 10th.
We have Petrolhead Harry now on his lap,
Ooh.
on his all-deciding lap.
Of course, it's not important for the people to set the fastest lap time here, it's just important to get into the top 10. So, let's have a look at the lap from Harry. He seems to be...
the lap time and LE2.
Oh, he's struggling. Did Harry invalidate it there?
Let me check.
Is this a valid lap? Okay, oh, a little bit of a drift.
Lap so far.
Okay, coming up to the... Oh, it's important not to lock up big time here because it will screw up your run at the straight.
Ah, looks good.
No, looks quite tidy this lap. Looks good so far. So we are looking for a...
Now here you can evaluate your lap time
1:26.0 to go into the top 10. And he goes there, yes!
Yeah.
He's 6 at the last possible moment.
VW, Devil's Armpit and Matthew are out
of this race. Oh, and Peters even qualified on the full wets. And Matthew wasn't able to set a faster lap on the inters.
Nope, he smashed his car.
It's a shame, because most of the time Matthew will be able to get in the top 10. Well, so that's a shame for him.
So we see...
And SH really showing that he's quite fast at the moment here around the Canadian.
I mean, we see a gap from the leader to the bottom of 6 seconds. That is quite nuts.
It's a big field spread, but I think that's not really representable for the race because Matthew was on the full wets. Yeah. So into Q3 already.
Yep. Rain it is again. Let's see who will take pole position here. I hear engines being fired up. Yeah, there's the Red Bull leaving the garage.
There we go. Also, the Mercedes. Oh, Petrohead Harry is already out. So well, Vern is out. SH out. Big Prent is also coming out.
Everybody's coming out, basically.
I think they will just do 2 runs on these tires, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see how the track is like, and then on the latest possible moment with a damping track. Or it's not raining anymore. If I... Oh no, it's still a bit rainy. Yeah, it's still raining.
A bit,
not much, rain. But
could be worse.
Indeed, it could be a lot worse. Petrohead Harry is starting his lap now, going into turn 1. Ooh. A bit too much on the curb in turn 2, which loses him out.
Dave J right in front of him and makes space.
You really saw the lack of grip you get on the curbs there. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that won't be a fastest lap here.
No. So that one is gone. Vern started his lap as well. Close to the wall, coming out of turn 4.
And Big Dave smashed his wing.
Oh. Also, we have seen quite a bit of invalidations. This is a track that is real tough on the track limits.
Yeah.
So I think we will see a lot of corner cutting penalties.
Yeah, lots of extra points.
3 points. Who's the first one to set a lap? I think it's SH.
Yeah, must be.
Set a lap time. And SH goes to a... Oh no, 22.7, but it's invalidated. And Vern goes 122.1.
Yeah.
Oh, Big Prent is also finishing his lap right now, and he goes... Oh no, the 122.6, but that's also an invalidation, so...
We have Ali now with a 122.4.
Oh, that's close. That's close. New card, is he on a valid lap? 126. Well, that's it's also invalidated, but it was not good as well. So that doesn't matter too much. Yeah. Oh, SH. Oh, SH was 3/10 faster in the first sector, it seems like, but now he's 2/10 behind, and he's struggling coming out of the chicane. He was wide, and now the backhand step. Oh, Kimi 122.7. Good lap time there. Big Prenta is coming out of the lap now. SH. Is the lap valid? That's also a good question. Oh, goes second, even though he struggled coming out of that chicane that costed him a lot of time. So there's a lot to gain in that lap, I think.
Yeah.
And now have a look at Prenta. Oh, invalidation again.
No lucky time here for Prenta.
Ooh, Eli has gone into second. Ooh, new card third. 121.9.
Eli's really fast.
Yeah.
He's new to the league.
He was there in Monaco, and he got into like 4th or 5th, and he seemed really fast. Although he made that mistake into turn 1, which was a bit new card.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. It was unfortunate for Newcart for sure, who was out in that first corner.
Pedro had very invalidated his lap time again.
Oh, Big Prenta, is he going to set a valid lap time for once?
There's only 5.5 minutes left now.
Yeah, he is going in. He's going to grab some new tires.
Yeah, that will
and hope that will get him into pole position. I think he will be back out there with 4 minutes to go. New card, he is 2 seconds slower, and he seems like he's going in as well. SH is in, Kimi is also in, so we are waiting for everyone to start a second stint really. Meanwhile, Vern is at it. 1/10, almost 2/10 slower in the first sector than his fastest lap. But let's see what that second sector brings. 2/10. So this won't be an improvement, or you really don't know in the rain though, because he has a great exit from the chicane there.
Yeah.
He's going for it. Oh, little bit of a clipping of the curve there. Looked like that costed him a bit of time. Oh yeah, 7/10 off at the end. Yeah, and there's everyone going out again. SH is out, Big Prent is out.
Yeah. Eli is in.
Dave is also on his out lap. Harry is also out. But oh, Harry is on the ultra softs. Harry's on the ultra softs. Oh my god!
Stupid.
He almost binned it already coming out of the pit lane.
That is stupid.
So this will be a very interesting lap though, but maybe at the end of this session it is dry now, but it's still raining. It's still raining, so he's struggling so much. Well, he's the only one trying it, so I think he's in 10th, hasn't set a valid lap time yet, so it's there he goes. Oh, he tried. He tried, and that's a good thing.
That was just
Eli's also on the ultras. Eli's also on the ultras, but he's still in the pit lane. He's still in the pit lane, so I don't think he's going for it, but we will have a look at that. Meanwhile, Kimi starts his flying lap. And looks good into turn 1 and 2.
Big Dave also struggling still a bit.
Oh no, Kimi has given up. He's driving slow. Oh, I think he's letting his teammate through, I think. I think he's letting SH through there.
Ah, okay.
Because he has just come out of turn 3 and 4.
I wonder if Big Dave still needs to put up a time here.
Also, Big Brenta crashed! Oh, he binned it into turn 5 and he must have lost it in that little kink to the right there.
Yeah.
Oh, so there goes the chance for pole position. So we will have to see a real charge from Big Brenta at the start of the race.
Yeah. Well, we have seen him overtake all the field before, so...
Yeah, it's...
a Big Dave, big spin.
Oh, it's so tough here.
No damage taken.
It's so tough. SH is finishing his lap. He goes into seems like it's a 120. It's a 124. Yes, there we go. He sets the benchmark. And now Kimi will start his flying lap. For real.
Yeah, the last one.
Last chance. Also new card. He might be able to do a new lap as well. Meanwhile, Pidix is also out on the ultra softs. As is Eli.
Why would you do that?
So this will be very, very... Oh, DRS is enabled! Oh shit!
It's the raining!
Oh! This will be so interesting now. Will the underdogs, Eli and Pidix, take pole position maybe?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so as well, but come on, let's have some faith. Let's have some faith. If he does this, it will be insane.
Yeah. I mean, the track is still wet.
It's still wet, and he seems to struggle a little bit, but it's not like he is losing the car.
Yeah, he's not sliding all over the place.
No. So
this might let's have a look.
Meanwhile, Kimi is finishing his lap, but it doesn't seem like that lap's good enough for pole position. As he was, oh no, he has given up. Yes. So that lap's gone. Eli, what is he going to do? Oh my god.
That is a good question.
New card. He's also on his last lap. But he's 1.5 seconds off.
I don't think he can
124. 124. Ooh, no, I don't. No. That won't be it. But we still have Peter. Ooh, he's 121.2. So the Ultrasoft isn't that bad. So can Pidix do it? Can Pidix do it? 18, 19,
No.
20, 129. He's going into second. Peditz is in second
Yep.
place.
Front row.
So it was really starting to get into the ultras.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dried, and we fought. So that's a
alright,
big
eh?
surprise. We have SH taking pole position on the Inters with a
Yeah.
124, and then we have Peditz and Eli in second and third on the ultra softs.
Yep.
And
Followed by Newcart, Kiwi, Vernon, Big Dave, Dave J, Big Freddo who doesn't set a time, and Patrick Harrigan who doesn't set a time.
this was all. It was like the F2 in Q2 where Mike and others went on the dry tires at the latest possible moment and got into the top 10. Big
was
surprises
just-
there.
That
So-
just felt so cheap.
So now we have a 5-minute break where we can relax a bit from
We
this.
see the
and
sunshine here for a change.
I think I was too late with skipping that logo intro there, but so fully sunshine. But let's not forget, from reliable sources, we know it will be raining in the middle of the race, and it will not rain. That light, I think, because it will get in too heavy. If
Do you
I
think it
have
will
been
wet
informed
conditions?
correctly.
Do you think there will be wet tire conditions?
Full wet? I don't know. As my reliable source said, it was at like the 90 minutes into the race, so it more or less
so
at the end of
maybe-
the rain. So or at the end of the race. So maybe it will only be light rain on the inters. But
yeah, maybe.
it can be, it can be that that it will get worse there so quickly that we might see the full wets.
Yeah.
Because at our race it dried up real quick from the heavy rain
Yeah.
condition. And if it does get real bad with the rain straight away, it will be interesting if people go on the full wet straight away and skip the inters. Because
That is true.
a good question, how many people used every inter they had, or all of the inters
That
they
is
had?
an interesting question.
Yeah, so real important in the qualifying was saving the inters. And maybe Peditz and Eli did a good job on that, because they didn't do a second stint on the inters.
Yeah.
Going on
Maybe
the
they
ultras there.
trusted.
Yeah.
Maybe that was their idea of saving tires.
So this will get interesting at the end for sure, I think. Because these are
Will be a thrilling race.
if the predictions are correct, this easily can be a 2 races in one. Actually,
Yeah. Wet the dry race in one race. Also, we will see how many lives the World of Champions will claim.
Also, the run up to turn 1 is an interesting one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not. It's a tidy one going into turn 2 straight away. People wanting to be on the outside in turn 1 to have the inside on turn 2.
It will be very
That
interesting.
can
to
cause
see.
some collisions as well.
Yeah, some front wings being broken. Nobody knows.
Okay. Also, it will be very important to keep the amounts of penalties low here.
Yeah.
Because if you do that, you have a good chance of winning it.
That is true.
Because if
Also, you
it
don't
gets...
want a 10-point deduction on your league license.
That as well, but also for the race win, as we saw last week, where the top 3 was so close, it came down to penalties.
Yeah.
Ooh, we
Second
are
to the
starting.
formation lap.
So, interesting thing to look at in the beginning. The two men on P2 and P3 who went on the Ultra Softs at the end of Q3. It will be interesting to see how they will hold up in the dry now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Also, Big Prenta, he has to come back from 9th on the grid. And he wants to do that real quick, I think, because S8 is leading this race and Kimi is in 5th. And they are his main competitors for the title.
Yeah.
Also, Matthew, he has to come from last place, which is interesting because I think, yeah, I think he's good enough to be in the midfield, in the dry and in the wet.
He's a good
Somewhat
driver.
like
He was just
P6.
unlucky to smash his car.
Yeah, because he's a really good driver. He's consistent most of the times. Can have a good pace.
Yeah.
Doesn't make that much mistakes in terms of strategy.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, Matthew actually starts in the Super Softs.
Oh, that's an interesting thing. I haven't looked at the tires yet. So, tires, yeah. Vern and Matthew both on the Super Softs. So I think they maybe just want to make sure that they can go onto the wet tires straight away.
Yeah.
And don't have to make a pit stop in between that. Interesting thing as well, I don't know if it's possible to do a one stop. And if it is...
No, I don't think so.
If it is, can the guys on the Ultrasofts make it to the wet tires straight away?
That depends how fast the race starts.
So, enough questions for this race. But first, let's see how this start will go. As we have the lights, 1, 2, 5 lights. And we are go with Petrolhead Harry having a jump start already. Oh, chaos. Oh, Pedix wasn't paying attention. He has lost a lot of places. He's already into 8th position.
Yeah, Pedix.
So Eli's up to 2nd now. The new card 3rd. Kimi Big Prent is already up to 7th, so he has won 2 places.
Yep.
And he's right behind the 2 Red Bulls now.
Matthew already gained 1 position.
Vern,
by the way,
is under a lot of pressure because he's on the Super Softs. And he lets Big Dave go, but shuts the door on Big Prenta. So that's good teamwork there.
Oh, VW spun it into the wall.
Oh, Big Brent on the inside of. And there seems to be a bit of. Oh, Big Brent was on the inside of. Oh, Carnage.
Petrol hitting the wall.
Carnage. Looked like Big Brent went on the inside of Vern in that chicane. Went a bit deep, and as a result, Peditz went into the back of Vern because Vern had to back out of that fight with Big Brent there.
Matthew now trying to pass Dave J.
So Vern on these super softs under quite some big pressure in lap 1 there.
Yeah.
And now it will be interesting to see how he will keep up on these harder tires. Also, I am just waiting for that first 3-second penalty already.
So already got a warning.
Harry is already 14 seconds behind P12.
Vernon got 2 warnings already.
Harry already has his drive-through penalty because of that that jump start, and he's also 13 seconds behind everyone, at least 13 seconds behind everyone.
Yeah.
So it seems like he has quite a bit of work to do in this race.
Yeah, will be interesting to see if that's so.
Matthew is real close to Dave J. And as we now have DRS available, so Matthew is already up into 10th on the harder tires, and he's now looking at Dave J. But I think Dave J has a bit of damage. Oh yeah, he misses a lot of his end plate on the left. So he must be struggling.
Yeah. And he's with the drive-through penalty here. So Petrolhead Harry is basically out for now. Well, for about 30 seconds behind place 12.
So Matthew into DRS, 5/10 behind Dave J. He can use this straight to come up to him and maybe go for a move into turn 1.
And there's the first second time penalty from
only took 4 laps for someone to get it. So here we go. Canada proving his strictness on corner cutting.
Matthew are not able to fight him on the inside here.
We can.
Late braking.
It's an important corner, that 3-4, as you can dive into the next chicane there if you have a good run-up.
Yeah.
Because there are only like 2 good positions to overtake, being turn 1 and the hairpin before the back straight.
Yeah.
Because the chicane after the first straight is just so difficult to drive next to each other there. Almost every time one has to leave the track there. So Matthew, second chance.
We have Eli fighting with Newcart now.
Oh, Newcart has overtaken Eli. I've missed that because Eli was in second at the start of the race. Matthew looks to have a little bit that the understeer is not working for him because of the dirty air right now. Seems to struggle in that last chicane because of the dirty air.
Yeah.
Well, Big Prentice 2/10 behind Big Dave, and he gets a great oh, he's already alongside on the outside though. Oh, he's going to stick it on the outside. No, he's not. He backs out of it. Good thing to do there because that's so difficult to stick it.
Yeah.
Because the wall is so close there. And when you're with two people there, it's almost not possible to do it. Or to avoid that wall. Oh, Big Prenta now with the DRS. He wants to have Big Dave behind him very quickly because right in front of him is Kimi Räikkönen and he is very close. Oh, looked for the dummy there. He looked for the dummy there.
Denied. We have Petrol and Harry leaving the pit lane there.
Vern is under pressure by Peters right now. Still, Vern looks to do a good job as he is not that far off of Big Prenta on the harder tire. Matthew,
3 seconds. And Big Dave is spinning. And he lost 2 positions.
I am writing these penalties down.
Big Dave is being handed down the field.
Oh, I missed that. I missed that. He's now to 8th position. Big Prenta can now go and hunt down Kimi. So it's taken him 6 laps to win 4 positions.
Yeah,
good thing to do so.
That is not bad.
Not bad at all.
Vern really has his fuel light
S8's fastest lap, 1:15.1. Seems fast for the beginning of the race.
Yeah,
I think it's really fast.
Well, wait until the move come, and I think we will see a huge change of pace here.
Meanwhile, Kimi is closing in on Eli, but Big Prenta is also closing very fast on Kimi. This is already 1.4 seconds, so he closed about 6/10 in 1 lap.
Yep.
Although Kimi can have a little bit of a disadvantage in the dirty air of Eli, which can slow him down a bit. Eli himself is not far behind Newcard.
Where's Yellows in sector 2?
Where's that for then?
Oh, VW hit the
oh, yeah, front wing damage, massive front wing damage. Yep. Oh, SH another fastest lap, 15.0. He's flying. He already has gotten his...
He is now caught between the 2 Red Bulls. And Big Prenta, 3-second time penalty.
Ooh. It does seem that the front runners have done quite some fuel saving already, as they are at ooh, no, that's really weird. Don't look at that, Kyo. SH went from plus 1.3 to minus 0.03 in 1 lap, so that isn't accurate at all.
No, that is less than accurate.
So Big Prenta also got his time penalty right, so write that down. Ooh! Kimi on the looking on the inside of Eli, and Big Prenta is right up there. Oh, Big Prenta is looking on the outside now, but he has to make sure he doesn't outbrake him too much. Oh, Big Prenta, great overtake. Big Prenta up into 4th. Kimi went from going on the inside of Eli for P3 to losing out for P4.
Oh, no.
Oh, Harry.
Harry.
Also his first penalty. So
That's a lot of penalties.
Big Prenta taking full advantage of Kimi, who was fighting with Eli there, and a great pass on the outside of turn 1. Well, now they both have DRS.
Yeah. He gets caught again between two Red Bulls after a silly mistake, losing him one position.
Vern, meanwhile, is up into 6th position. He's doing a good job on those harder tires.
But now comes the straight again.
Oh,
will attack Vern
yeah,
again.
Big Prenta, he's going to have a look on Eli maybe on turn 1.
Taking
No, he's
Vern
too
again.
far. Ooh, he's that as well.
He
But
gets leaving the two Red Bulls behind him.
yeah, Vern lets his teammate through. A real good communication between those two guys. I think that the duo of the Red Bulls, those two drivers, they are really good teammates for each other.
They are long-time teammates, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, and you can see that because the communication is just great and the teamwork is also great.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Harry, he's on almost getting led by these guys.
Yeah, he's about to be at lap 10 already.
Oh, Big Dave.
And there's a 3-second time penalty for Big Dave for multiple warnings. But Petrol and Terry does it alright and lets those three pass.
Dave J, meanwhile, is...
It will be interesting now to see if Big Dave can take P-Bit on the long straight now.
We must have a look at Big Prent. He's right at the back of Eli now. Oh yes, he's going on the inside. Turn 1. Oh yes, goes out to the... Oh, great. Great move there by Big Prenta. Goes to the inside line of turn 2 straight away and denies Eli the chance to stick it on the inside. And now Kimi wants to pass Eli as fast as he can as well. He doesn't want to lose out too much from that Ferrari. SH is built him a comfortable lead of 5 seconds already, and also New Kart has built him a bit of lead, but
again on Big Prenta.
Now Big Prenta is into Fern Harry. Gets his second
Harry, 5 seconds.
Stop and go. So he has 5 seconds stop and go.
Flags.
He has a 5-second stop and go. A drive-through already?
For ignoring blue flags.
Ooh, this is not good at all. Not good at all.
Nope.
Ooh, Big Dave has
really
overtaken Pedits.
This is really not Harry's race today.
No, and that's an understatement, I think. Big Dave is up into 6th meanwhile. Kimi is really closing up to Eli. Big Prenta has built him a small lead, of a small gap of 7/10.
Oh, P-Bits.
Kimi right at the back of Eli, coming up to the last chicane. Eli will have DRS from Big Prenta though. So, ooh, defending the inside, but now he can get the cut back on that little bit of a pinch. Okay, Kimi, is he going to make the move? Nope. Ooh, late move there, a bit by Eli. He don't know if that was a defensive move or just going into the corner there, but seems debatable to me. looked like he just made that little bit of a defensive move there. But nothing too big, I think. Ooh, Devil also his first.
What Devil and Matthew? No, Matthew and David J, is it?
So we already have Vern, Matthew, Big Prancer, Harry, Big Dave and Devil with a penalty at the moment.
Yeah.
So almost half the field in 14 laps.
Matthew trying to close the gap to Dave J, but not much happening. We see VW in the pit lane.
Vern has also overtaken Pete, so... And he is also really close up to Big Dave, so... Are his tires giving him the advantage now? I don't think so.
VW getting some new ultra softs and a new wing.
It can't be that the that we are at the turnover point already, I think, or I think these,
no,
because the ultra softs last about 25 laps, I think.
No, less. I think 15
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe if you get everything out of them, 25. I think the optimal is 20 laps. Because they should be about 40% at that moment when you are on 20 laps. Ooh, Eli has lost his place to Kimi.
Yeah, Dalton's attacking now again.
Also, Big Prancer is close. Ooh, he has gotten his second time penalty. Second time penalty already. But he is closing up to new card though.
Ryan and Big Dave, they have exchanged positions again.
Ooh. So these super softs are going to... yeah, these super softs seems to work pretty well now.
Yeah.
So maybe this is a very good strategy choice of Vern for later in the race, where we are still expecting some rain, although it is still
it
gets cloudy a bit, but it is not really so dark at the moment.
No, it's still sunny.
Not so dark. So. Well, SH is just controlling his own race, controlling the gap between him and new card, slowly expanding that gap.
Again. Dave,
Dave, 5 seconds penalty speeding in the pit lane. Oh.
Yeah, stop and go penalty.
So here they are already switching to new tires. So
yeah,
are these ultra softs? Are the ultra softs getting
3 second time penalty and petrol also 3 second time penalty.
Ooh, Harry? Has Harry also gotten his one?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's his second. I missed that one before myself. Well, it seems like that the ultra softs had that the best of the ultra softs has been, yeah. Do you say it? No, yeah, they still seem to also be quite good.
VW also scored 3 seconds.
But these ultra softs don't seem that they are losing performance at the moment though, so interesting that Big Dave pitted. And he's already on the ultra softs again. Ooh.
Pedit's now overtaken.
I think that we are just at that turnover period between ultra softs and super softs.
Yeah,
In pace wise.
I think so too.
Because Vern is looking on the inside. Oh,
No.
ooh, yeah, he thinks better of that. Doesn't want to. You don't want to go next to each other in that corner there. You don't want to be next to each other there. Big Prenta has closed the gap to new cards to under 3 seconds already. So he's doing a good job keeping those tires alive.
Yeah,
Because it doesn't look like he is losing anything to SH.
Yeah.
VW is almost setting Petrolhead Harry on a lap as well. VW is already on a lap by everyone except for Petrolhead Harry. Yes, and now Petrolhead Harry is on a lap between himself and Devil. So I think it will just be a fight between Harry and VW for not finishing last.
Yeah, it will.
Oh, big Prenta cut the chicane there big time. Seems like he's struggling with finding the braking point there, and he just goes in too fast.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, Harry, another 5 second stop and go. Oh, you have to feel sorry for him.
He just scores everything you can basically get.
Yeah, you have bad races and you have races like this where everything goes wrong.
Yeah, indeed.
Well, you can better have you can better have it all at once than every race.
Oh, I think he'll be happy when this is over.
Yeah. So he comes out just behind Big Prenta there.
Ellie in the pit lane now, and he goes for the super softs.
Eli, yeah, and 3 second penalty for Harry. so there is his driver license points as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Eli just comes in front of Peditz.
Yeah.
Coming out of the pit lane there. Vern has lost a little bit of ground to Peditz.
We see Devil's armpit.
He's still there, but just a little bit.
Devil's armpit goes with another set of ultras. As the track slowly but steady gets less funny.
Oh, new card is in. This big Prenta is following him. So this will be the last stint before the wet, I think. If the rain will come.
Yeah. They both go for no. Kimmy goes to Ultras.
Both Ultra softs.
Kimmy also goes for Ultras. Everybody's Ultras.
So, interesting developments. Can Vern stay out?
Pete's also pitting now.
Can Vern stay out on these super softs? That's a good question.
Oh, Petrolhead Harry, he smashed his car.
Oh, well, he's out of his misery, really.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Luckily enough for these guys, or while some guys would be praying for it right now, we don't have the safety car at the moment.
Yeah, this would have been probably a safety car thing.
Yeah. Eli is really close to Kimmy on these newer super soft tires. Ooh, Big Prenta, he has a driver license points right now.
Congratulations!
Oh, Vern, 3 seconds.
Another point too.
Oh, it's raining penalties.
No.
And we don't even have rain at the moment.
Yeah, wait until
it will get worse. It will get worse.
Dave J in the pit lane, changing to Ultras. No, Super Softs it is.
Oh, so...
And it's a new wing.
PX 3 seconds as well.
Damn. That's a lot of seconds here being dealt. And Matthew's out!
Oh no, crashed it coming out of turn 6. This would have been a safety car for sure. But no,
yeah.
We don't have it.
As he's standing right on the track.
Yeah. Oi.
Damn, that is unlucky for the
And he
Toro
was
Rosso driver there.
yeah, he was doing such a good job coming back from last
I
place.
think Dave has a
Big
damaged
Prenta
wing.
passed his lap. Big Prenta, he lost out big time to Newcart because he was only 3 seconds behind Newcart and now he's 4.4 again. But he seems to have the pace at the moment.
Big Dave keeps driving even though his left wing is damaged.
Oh, well, he already pitted, so maybe he just wants to go and stay out until the rain comes, because that
I was about to say, he just wait for the rain.
Pitting will maybe mean he loses more than just driving around with the wing. But on this track, you want to have downforce. You want to have downforce on this track because the walls are so close.
Yeah, he is struggling a bit with understeering.
Don't forget, this track is really slippery. It can be really slippery in the dry as well.
Yeah, and the walls come really close to Big Dave here at some points.
The Newcart responds with a fastest lap.
Yeah,
Big Prenta responds straight away, 1:13.7. So that's really quick.
Yep.
That well, SH is still on his old set of tires, but Newcart is getting closer with the undercut. So, if SH has to pit, he can better do it now, sooner than later. Big Prince, another 3 seconds time penalty.
Ooh. Keep cutting those corners, kiddo. SH 18 seconds lead, that is crazy.
Eli. How much seconds does a pit stop take here? Somewhat about 15 seconds, I think. You will
maybe
lose 15
20
seconds. 15 to 17 seconds, I think. Somewhat. So it will get really close here.
No. Or if H1 hold out until the rain starts and he can change to inters.
Yeah, that will be, he will be doing a hell of a job then on the ultras to make them, make them work so long for such.
He's coming up to AFJ now.
Also, Vern seems to have chosen for the right strategy on these super softs. So he's still in 6th, and if the rain comes quick, he will be able to go on.
Yeah,
oh, and there is rain into turn 2. There is rain into turn 2. I just saw a little bit of rain there.
Yep, the rain starts now.
Oh, so SH has done a great job staying out. Yes, it's definitely going to rain now. It's definitely going to rain.
You give it 1 or 2 more laps and the track is wet.
Oh, so new car, the Big Pranza has pitted too soon. Just should have stayed that little bit. Yes, stay out a little bit longer. Well, new kart is not. I saw it in the background. I was Big Pranza almost crashing. Almost crashing.
Vern, you can see clearly now that it's raining.
Yeah.
Has he taken damage?
Just a matter of time.
His front wing looks good.
It's just a matter of time. And it will be wet enough for inters.
Yup. The sector for you yellows.
So this can change everything. Oh, Big Dave, 3 seconds.
Big Dave.
So
maybe feeling the pressure from P-Did since he has a working front wing.
Yeah. So SH, new kart, Eli, and that was P-Did. Oh no, P-Did has one. So only SH, Eli, and new kart don't have a penalty at the moment, which is quite astonishing. With a track like this, they are doing a great job.
Big Dave. Now on the finishing straight, overtaking Big Dave.
Yes, Big Dave. I think he has made the right choice to stay out, wait for the rain with his broken wing.
Yeah. So now I think it becomes the time to change inters.
Yeah, I think it's still too far away. the rain isn't coming that fast. Because it's still really dry. Although, we don't see anyone struggling on the wet or on the dry tires, I mean. I think we have to give it 2 or 3 more laps. Well, Wu will have the balls to go in first and to try and see if that will be a good move.
SH though on lap 29 with his ultras, that rubber should be really thin by now.
Yeah, well, you don't want to come in too early, and SH, he is really someone who is able to make the tires last as long as possible.
And we see Big Dave as first person on the grid to change
tires. He's the one to look at now. New wing on.
Gets his wing changed and everything.
I think it's still too dry, but
Devil's Armpit and VW also now in the pit lane.
Yeah, VW also too. Oh, VW loses it! VW lost it straight away coming out. He has been reset to the track. Big Prenta, another 3-second time penalty. Oh my god. Damn. He's already up to 5.
Another one, and he has 2 penalty points.
Oh, VW lost it as well. He's parked it in turn 4.
Yeah.
So still too early, I think.
No, there's already spray from the wheels coming.
Let's see if Dave...
Oh, VW power slide in corner 5.
Dave also seems to struggle a bit on the inters, but the tires are coming to him, I think.
There is already spray, so it can't be that bad.
Yeah, I think that they will have good tires in 1 or 2 laps, but no one is responding really, so it's still on the verge. And VW retired.
VW.
Yeah. Oh, how
he
did
even flipped the car?
What?
How? Somebody call a medical car.
Oh my god.
Somebody
what happened there? What happened there? Oh my god. It's not good. Oh.
This definitely calls for safety car.
Oh my god. 3 retirements and no one who has retired has hit the Wall of Champions. That's funny enough. It isn't the Wall of Champions that is crushing people, but
no. So now it's 3 points for everybody who just finishes.
Yeah.
Even though if you come last, you still get points.
Now, Big Dave looks to be a lot more... Oh, there's a little bit of a slide there. But it looks like he's comfortable on these inters right now. And that it is really time to go on those wet compounds.
Yeah, I'm wondering why Dave J is still on the ultras.
Dave, yeah, cause well, Big Dave at the moment isn't a direct threat for Dave J when he pits.
Yeah.
Because Big Dave is too far away from there for that, but meanwhile, Newkart has closed the gap to 10 seconds. Or well, just less than 11 seconds.
Vernon is also still on the super soft.
Also, Big Prenta seems to be losing out a bit on Newcart, so maybe he wants to try and make the move for Inters.
Yeah.
Because Kimmy is too far away to be a threat at the moment.
The rain
He
is
can
here
just
to
try
stay,
it. Yeah,
so-
and Big Prenta's going in. Big Prenta is making the move.
As well as Newcart.
Ooh, Newcart's also in. I did not saw that yet. So Newcart and Big Prenta trying to put pressure on SH.
And
So-
Kimi Räikkönen also in now.
Yeah.
Ali passing all of them, still on the super
Oh,
soft.
Newcart is just in front of Ellie. Eli.
Though Ali must pit in the next few laps,
Yeah,
otherwise the track gets too wet.
SH has to respond straight away. Pedits is, or no, Dave J, I mean, is really keeping up with SH. So SH's pace isn't that good anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, Eli has passed Newcart.
Yeah, on super soft.
Yeah.
What
So
a
we
track.
are just on the brink, and SH is not responding. He's still going on. So
It can only be a matter of minutes until he has a puncture.
yeah, it's just on the verge.
Though he
Of
has a
dry and wet
28
tires.
seconds lead.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
could easily just
yeah,
pit
just
and be
cover it
happy.
off. Yeah.
But
Well,
he risks a puncture and losing time.
if it is really just too dry for these inters, the inters will wear really quickly. So
Yeah.
if
If it's
SA,
too
yeah,
wet, the interest won't work anymore.
because they are just too worn out at that point. So the big question is, as Fern gets
Vernon,
another
another 3
time,
seconds.
so that's his third, one penalty point on his license, if I am
and
correctly.
SH goes wide in the corner here. He struggles.
1, 2, 3. Okay, so ooh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And SH another. And Big Dave.
Did I
another
miss
3
one
seconds.
from? I did miss a penalty from Vern, I think. One
Oh,
penalty.
okay.
1, 2,
SH still staying
3,
out. What is he doing?
4 penalties.
It's that 35 now.
Ooh, Big Dave a penalty. Also his third, if I believe so. But I don't know for sure anymore, since I missed
I'll check. Hold on.
1, 2, 3, yes. Can you have a look at Vern for me?
Yes, I'm looking for the 1.
Oy. Well, it doesn't seem Newcart is gaining on SH. He's losing time to Eli because he's already 3 seconds behind. So it's not the correct move. They didn't make the correct move, and these tires, well, they will lose a lot of performance now in these conditions. Okay, Big Friend is really struggling at the moment.
Four. Van has 4 penalties now.
Yeah, so written his 4th down. Oh, Devil is on full wets. So, oh, this is even worse than the
That's a
Interstrike.
very bold choice
Yeah.
here.
So he must be anticipating a really quick heavy rain
Yeah.
period coming up.
Very interesting choice here. I don't think the track is wet in the full wet.
No, because the people are still on the dry tires, so why would you go on full wets now?
This is a very interesting race where we have a mix of dry tires and full wets. It doesn't work.
Well, a new kart is still losing time on Eli,
SH is
so
also losing. He lost in last week. He lost 4 seconds now to Eli.
Peditz is still sticking
that's
with.
disabled.
Oh no, Dave J is still sticking with. Ooh, SH goes in. SH goes in.
Finally.
What does Eli do?
And Dave J.
What does Eli do?
He must pit now as well. If he wants to compete with SH still.
It is a real
Yes, he goes
surprise.
in.
It's a real surprise for me that Eli is in second in this race. He is doing phenomenal. Doing phenomenal.
Yeah, he is really doing phenomenal. And
He
Hamilton's
loses
in the
that.
pit lane
Oh,
again.
Big Prenta, another 3-second time penalty. So
That's 2-point license.
yeah, 2 license points.
Yeah. Oh, that might actually be dangerous on the license for his championship.
Yeah, I don't know how much points they already are, but.
Big Dave now also in the pit lane, changing his front wing.
Vern, I have to say, did great with his strategy choice to just make sure that he would make it to the wet conditions in one go.
Yeah.
And that got him into a very comfortable 6th position.
Indeed. SH now down to a 9-second lead, almost 10 seconds. But
now it's interesting.
still.
Wu will be the best one in the wets. Although New Kart and Big Prenta already have done quite some laps on these tires.
Yeah.
And in that time, SH has lost nothing to those 2 guys.
That is true. SH
So-
really has it on this track.
Yeah, he really pulled every advantage towards himself. From the start, he was perfect up till now. In terms
Yeah.
of driving and strategy,
Flawless.
flawless indeed. Now the question
So
is,
now the field is a bit
Devil.
spread out.
Devil has thought otherwise about his strategy and gone into onto the Inters. So the field is spread out at the moment.
Yeah.
Closest battle is Eli and Kimi.
No, they're not really close to each other. Oh, well.
Well, it's not that big of a gap, but Eli has younger tires. Well, saying that though, sometimes you want to have Inters that are a little bit worn. Because most people find that the tires are performing better that way. So,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, Devil's
Devil.
armpit.
Second time penalty of the day.
Yeah.
Eli and SH
That's not a penalty
still
point.
don't have any penalties. Also, Dave J doesn't have a penalty, if I sure.
Yeah. That reminds me of that little scene from Oprah Winfrey where you're like, You can have a penalty, then you can have a penalty, and you can have a penalty. Everybody can have penalties.
Oh, so we are just waiting for everyone to close up a bit, but Newcart is not Newcart and SH. The gap between them two stayed roughly the same the last couple of laps. Big Prenta is
With
also
about
9
30
seconds
laps to
behind
go
them.
now.
But you can say that though, Eli is 4 seconds behind Big Prenta, but Big Prenta has 12 seconds of penalties, and Eli has none.
So Eli is basically in the lead.
No, not in the lead. It's looking quite good for a podium position, should we say.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Also, I forgot to say, Kimi also doesn't have a time penalty. So... Drop something?
Big Dave, another one.
Oh! Big Dave, another time penalty. That's his 4th.
Wow. There will be a lot of points on the licenses.
Oh, you have to say those guys who don't have any penalty points right now, they are doing something like witchcraft.
Yeah.
Because it's impossible to don't have a time penalty.
It is crazy how many time penalties these guys are racking up.
Oh, Kimi is fighting the car through turn 3 and 4. Great to watch. Just great to watch. But he is closing up to Eli though. Eli is closing up to Big Prenta, so they are both putting up some pressure. Oh, it's lovely to see these guys driving in the rain. You don't want to drive in your rain yourself, but it's great to see.
Yeah.
Although I might have some reactions from a certain person in the F2 league who would love to drive in the rain.
We see corner cut here again by Big Prenta.
Is
That must have been
there...
at least another warning. Oh, let me see. It was a warning.
Well, Eli has closed the gap to 2.3 seconds.
Big Prenta is drifting around a bit.
Oh, Newcart has lost a lot of time in the last couple of laps.
He's
2
not
seconds.
so good in the wet, is he?
Well, I don't know. It just he hasn't lost that much to SH because SH already was 10 seconds. Ooh, P-Dit's second time penalty. Of course, SH already was 10 seconds in front of Newcart when he pitted for. So he hasn't lost that much, but it seems like SH's main job is to bring it home now.
Yeah.
And stay out of trouble himself, and he will have a quite a good
Beautiful victory.
victory, a beautiful victory, I should say, indeed.
Yeah.
Ooh, Kimi has closed up on Eli with 1 second in the last couple of laps. I didn't saw that. So we are looking at quite a little bit of a fight now.
Yeah.
Which should keep us awake. Oh, Devil
3
Armpit, 3
seconds.
seconds. So he gets a penalty point on his driver license.
Beautiful.
So even though people will grab some points here, we might see some major changes in the timetable because of the driver license.
Yeah, Vernon is in the pit lane, getting a new front wing.
Ooh, so well he loses 1 place to Pedits.
Yep.
We'll stay in front of Dave J. Oh, Kimi is within 1 second. Big Prenta, another
And
time
Big
penalty.
Prenta.
Is 7th.
Damn. That is a lot of penalty for Prenta.
He must look out, because if he gets 3 more penalties, that can mean he will get disqualified.
Yeah. I mean, that can't be right to have racked up so much corner cutting here. Burn another one. You can write down Vernon has another
Yeah,
time
his
penalty.
It's 5th time penalty indeed. We have 2 races going on right now. Race for the win and race for the most number of penalties. But there is an exciting penalty. Eli gets his first penalty. So now we only have SH and Kimi without a penalty. And with making that mistake into the last quarter, Kimi gets that 4th place as well.
Yeah, and I believe my internet connection is not good enough to broadcast gameplay at the moment.
Ooh.
Oh, now it's fine again apparently.
But they did lose some time to Big Prenta, though. So now it's interesting to see if Kimi can close that gap again. I am still waiting for that heavy rain to switch things
me
up.
too. I mean, we got still about 23 laps to go. Could still change to heavy rain.
Interesting thing to notice though, Big Prenta doesn't have any penalty points up till now, so luckily enough this won't mean he will get the deduction. If
So
it stays like this. If it stays like this.
I think it's 3 or 4 points for deduction.
Yeah, 4 points, so he has to make 5 more penalties to get up to that. So
challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted.
Big Dave now battling with Dave J for place 8. Oh, pardon. Big Dave is 1 lap down, he just unlapped himself. Interesting.
Ooh, Big Prenta, yeah,
Big Prenta.
Indeed he accepted the challenge.
Yeah, talking of Big Prenta.
8th penalty.
1 more for 3 points.
From my reliable source, I now get the information that there should be heavy rain near the end of the race.
Oh, so maybe at lap 65 or something.
Yeah. So, interesting question awaits us. Will we see full wets?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. You can just better stay out then.
Suffer through with the intermediate for the last 5 laps.
Just have quite some nerve-wracking laps at the end.
Just eat it and be done with it.
Yeah. Eli is trying to stick with Kimi, but it seems like we will have quite some field spread again coming up.
I wonder if Prenta will manage to get himself disqualified.
Well,
I mean, he still has 20 laps to go.
That's a good question. Yeah, he's already on 8 penalties. Most of the time, you only need like 10, maybe 11.
Yeah.
But so it's really a case for him to just keep it clean.
10 penalties. 10 penalties is already just saying like "fuck you" in the face of the rules.
I think, if I believe so, if he gets disqualified, it will be his 2nd disqualification of this season, because he also got disqualified in Russia with too many time penalties.
This young stud really needs to slow things a bit down.
Well, he has a great pace, but don't forget, it is really hard on this track to not make those mistakes and get a exceeding of track limits. But 8 is a lot. Ooh, as he goes wide into the chicane.
Yeah. Let's see what the incidents page says. It's really a lot of scrolling down. Oh, Vernon just received another warning for exceeding track limits.
As we have a look at our leader, SH is doing everything perfect, really. He hasn't got any time penalties at the moment. Led from lap 1 up to now. lead it every lap. For he doesn't have the fastest lap time though, so
Well, let's find everybody else's
the
penalties.
triple isn't possible anymore, or the fastest lap led every race and won the race isn't possible anymore. Kimi has closed up a bit to Big Prenta, but he doesn't have to worry that much with the because he hasn't got the time penalty as well. So really he is should we say 18.3. He's up 21 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. We see Vernon in the pit lane.
Ooh, Vern is going to
for full wets?
full wets. Oh, interesting choice there.
Maybe he's out of inters.
Yes, these guys have used quite a bit of their inters on qualifying.
Yeah. Now in the race as well. Might
Or
be the only tire choice left.
heavy rain is maybe
Incoming.
coming sooner than later. Oh, he's still struggling. He's struggling a bit, but
Yeah, those ain't
can
conditions yet
also
for wet
that can
tires.
also just good thing he lifted
That
up
was
there,
a
otherwise he
good-
would have crashed.
Good power slide.
It can also well, I don't think that is the only case right now, but it can also just mean that the tires aren't up to temperature right now.
Yeah.
But
I believe
this is
he
just
burned
too
through all
much.
of the intermediates.
Too much for. Well, with Vern being in 7th, he can just try. There's not really anything to lose.
No, also Dave is really far away from him.
Kimi has lost a bit again to Big Prenta. So, 18 laps to go. With the possibility of heavy rain coming up.
Yeah.
Will that change things, do you think?
Heavy rain, yeah, might do, but they're all pretty much apart.
Yeah.
So, I think the stops won't really matter too much.
Yeah.
Maybe SH in new cars, but I think SH, as he demonstrated already with the Ultra Softs, he can do a long stint on fragile tires.
I forgot
I
to
think-
mention as well, if I have a quick look, that new karts also doesn't have a penalty. He has only one warning, so doing a great job. Ooh, SH doesn't even have a warning at all. So that's quite an astonishing thing. Kimi has 2 warnings, so he's on the brink of getting his first penalty.
Yeah, even though it wouldn't really matter.
So first and second
No,
are doing a
SH
great job in
SH
terms of
wouldn't.
track limits.
Yeah, SH would still manage to do a one-stopper, as you said.
Yeah.
But I think in the next 10 laps we're going to see a lot of tire changes to wet to blues. Because the inters will be burned through.
Yeah. Will they stop? What, on lap 30? Somewhat. Yeah. So
somewhat.
I think most of the time the inters don't last 40 laps. So
No. But SH, man, he made those ultras last almost 40 laps. So
Yeah, he did a great job on these ultras to make them last so long and to still have good pace as well.
Yeah, so I think he will finish with one stop.
Yeah, well, also question is, did these guys have a pair or of unused inters available to them?
And Devin's armpit also now is on the full wax.
Yeah, so he's waiting to let someone through, I think, or yeah, the
Yeah,
leader
there
is
comes a
coming up to him.
Mercedes.
Or was that Kimi? Yeah, that was Kimi.
Yeah.
So the field is spread up quite a bit now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dave J is 9/10 behind Vern. Vern didn't make a great choice going on the full wets there, I think. Because Dave was 9 seconds behind him a couple of laps ago. So I think it will be just a matter of time before Dave J overtakes him.
Yeah, might be.
Oh, yeah. He loses the back end through that
15 laps to go
left-right
now.
combination, and Dave J is on his inside. No. He has a little look, but doesn't go for it. Maybe now in the braking zone. Nope. Oy, oy, oy. Oh no. Vern is struggling. He's really struggling. Oh, it seems that the rain is getting a little bit heavier.
Yeah, it looks like it. It's getting more intense. So we might actually see the changes now to the wet tires, full wet tires. Yeah, that is heavy right now.
Yeah, the heavy rain came a little bit earlier than we expected.
Yeah, so we have about 50 laps to go with heavy rain.
So what would you do? Would you go on these full wet tires now?
Yeah, I would go to full wets.
I don't...
Also that gives you some extra safety.
Yeah. Well, SH can do it really. If he pits right now, he will still be in front of Newcart.
Yeah, but I don't think that it will change to full wets because, well, he didn't even care that it was raining and he was still on the ultra tires.
Yeah, well, at that time it didn't seem like it was necessary to be on the inters though. Because also Eli was driving away from Newcart at that point.
He has almost a 20-second lead. It should be fine to re-enter first.
Yeah, SH can really make the choice if he wants to change tires or not.
Yeah. Oh look, he still builds his lead. He still gains
Vern
time.
is on the grass. Vern is on the grass and he loses out. So I think we are again just on that period of the weather changing from inters to wets. Because Vern is still struggling a bit. Or a bit. He was struggling a lot. He is struggling a lot. How's Devil doing with the full wets?
Oh, but interesting fact, Big Dave is now minus 1.3 laps down on fuel.
I don't think that is correct though. I hope it isn't correct.
That means you wouldn't be able to finish the race.
Well, you can do quite a bit of fuel saving in the wet though.
Yeah, if you go to lean.
Yeah, well, in lean, in the wet, you don't lose out as much. because you have less problems with the traction. So
Yeah.
but I don't really trust the fuel. What is an interesting one though? No one except SH has kept position.
Yeah.
Big Prenta still has won 6 positions.
Well,
So.
VW stick to his position as well.
Yeah. No one of the finishers.
Yeah.
Positive thing to add, we haven't seen anyone crash in the Wolf Champions, which you and me both thought would have happened this race, but
Yeah, definitely. There were some close calls with Big Prenta.
yeah, those were quite a few of those close calls indeed.
Yeah. We see again, Vernon taking the lead from Dave J again for... I think Dave J must change the tyres at some point. Well, he goes for another lap.
Whoa. Just waiting for the first person to make the move to the full wets now, really.
Yeah, it's 10 laps to go.
Oh, Big Dave is in.
Big Dave is in. And he goes with the full wets.
Vern is in front of Dave J again.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. But who knows how long.
So
now we have Dave J on the position he started.
First to fifth are on the lead lap at the moment. Vern lost the back end on the braking at the last chicane.
So far, Big Prenta has gained the most positions, and Predet's lost the most positions on the field here in the race.
Big Prenta has gone a bit quiet with getting penalties, though, which is a good thing.
I think he maybe realized his situation, that he has not much space to go for.
One more penalty and he gets his third driver license point.
Eli is now also going for the full laps.
Yeah, so they are slowly coming in. I don't think these top guys are going to pit for 10 laps.
No.
I don't think.
I think SH will stay with the green ones.
Well, I think if I was SH and it was really time for full wets, I would have just pit.
He has the time.
Yeah, he's so far in front that he can do it, and that way you can just make sure you... as he is gone too far off into turn 1. So
yeah, I think also Big Prenta could also do it without...
Nah, he will lose out to Kimi. No.
Yeah, but Kimi must stop then as well.
if I was Big Brent, I would just react to Kimi himself. Just make sure.
Wait, if Kimi pitted and then pit as well.
Because if Kimi pits and it's doable to stay on these inters, it can also mean that Big Brenta could stay in third. Because right now Kimi is still 12 seconds away from Big Brenta, but
and Devon's armpit,
yes, so he will get his fourth. My pen is not working anymore because of the amount of penalties. It's insane.
Are you out of ink?
Yeah. No, SH could just pit.
SH could just be
and
relaxing
make sure, and make sure he will make the finish in a more relaxing way, maybe.
Still re-enter first and just do it, just bring it home.
Even though it still seems it's doable on the Inter, so. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, they're actually still holding up good to Vernon.
Yeah, it's hard to see if it's really time to go on these full wets. Because at our race,
a lot of spray.
At our race, it was also raining quite heavily, and the Inters were working fine.
Yeah, although we started on the Inters in the heavy rain.
Yeah.
That was confusing. Oh, a bit of spin from Vernon, a bit of a breakout there. Also in the rain, the corner cutting system is a bit more forgiving.
Yeah, you go in a bit slower, so...
Yeah, it's a bit more forgiving. That may be saving Big Brenta's ass.
Even though right now everyone wants to bring their cars home and just take the points.
Just take the points. I can't wait for next weekend for Azerbaijan.
Oh, I don't know. Is there a big chance in Azerbaijan that it will rain? I think
no, but I think the race itself with the charm of Monaco, you know.
Well, I have practiced a bit and it is really tough.
Yeah.
With the new
especially the castle section.
Yeah. Well, also they really redesigned the whole track, so as soon as you hit a curb, it throws you off, really, because the curbs are so high. It's just
yeah, so we maybe see a lot of fights and changes there in the field.
Up till now, I am really struggling there sometimes, and I don't feel that comfortable at the moment there. So
then also, it's good. That brings some change.
Yeah. I hope I can change that for myself, but also there.
You can join Ted and me in the back of the field.
Also, that straight, it will be insane in the slipstream there. Luckily enough, the slipstream is less effective this year, but still there will be a lot of chaos there.
Yeah, we'll see what happens next weekend.
You really don't want to be. You really don't want to be in the midfield at the beginning of the races on the straight.
I'll start in the rear anyway.
I hope I will start in the...
So in Canada for our race, I started in the midfield. It was quite good.
Yeah. Oh, it was a great race last weekend. And also, this race was pretty good with the strategies working out very well for people like Vern and like SH. Great strategy plans they have.
VW's insane accident.
Yeah,
I don't even know how he pulled that off.
Never seen a crash like that. Also, New Kart has made a pretty good impression
Yeah, he
for
still
me.
has it.
He was quite good in the dry. Really
Yeah.
solid performance overall,
And
and
he
gets him
still
into a
manages with
great
the
second
Inters.
position. Yeah. Well, Eli is not closing up to Kimi as well on the full wet, so it's still not wet enough. And with 5 laps to go, these guys won't change tires anymore.
No, definitely not. This is now, I would say, if nothing terrible or nothing surprising happens, this is the finishing grid.
Yeah, yeah, maybe with the penalties it will change a bit, but on track itself it will stay this way, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Big Frontier will lose. I mean, he's what, 14 seconds ahead of Kimi in
Yeah,
seconds.
and he
And he
will
has
lose.
how many seconds will he lose?
He has 24 seconds of time penalty, so
So
he is,
Big Frontier will be fourth.
yeah,
Kimi will be on the podium if he keeps the pace now.
yeah. Well, Kimi is on the verge of getting his first penalty, so he needs to stay clean himself and not lose any more time, and
then
he will take the place, which is also pretty important for the championship, because if I believe so, Big Prenta is only 1 point ahead of Kimi.
Yeah, then that should bring the change to the table.
Kimi will be in. Oh, Big Prenta.
And Big Prenta! There it goes. So Kimi can now have his first penalty without follow-ups.
Yeah. Well,
without consequence, that's what I meant.
Kimi can get somewhat like 4 penalties right now, or 3 penalties, and will still finish in front.
So that's Big Prenta just got his third license point.
Yes, indeed, he did.
Oh. So this will be interesting in next race for the F1 guys. Will Big Prenta be able to get his first point deduction just for cutting corners?
Yeah. Well, really it will be important to practice that, because as soon as you are on that 3 license points, you are so close to getting that deduction. You only need 3 time penalties in one race, and
yeah,
that will make a major change to the championship.
Yeah, if he loses 10 points in the championship, that will be quite a big deal for Big Prenta.
Yeah. Ooh, Eli gotten really close there to the wall.
3 laps to go.
So we have to say, brilliant job from SH.
Yes,
he has done nothing wrong, stayed out of trouble, showed everyone that he was the best in the dry and in the rain.
Yeah, he's really, he's racing in his own league. I mean, he's a 26 second, he could do 2 pit stops and still be in the lead now.
Well, yeah, just about, maybe not.
Well, new card, has new card any penalties? No.
No.
Yeah,
they
so
also did a great...
1.5 pit stops in the session.
Yeah. These guys did a great job not getting any penalties as well. Yeah. I wonder, does SH still have a clean sheet in terms of exceeding track limits as well? Yes, he has.
Oh, let me check.
He doesn't even have a warning.
Man, he really is good at this track.
So, if it wasn't enough, this really, shows that he really was a class on his own in this race.
He perfected this track. Not a single warning in 70 laps. That is really, really, really good. Unlike the current third place. Or should I say fourth place? I think Big Printer doesn't know yet that he will be deducted at fourth. So I think it's safe to say FH wins here in Canada.
Yeah, he starts his last 2 laps.
Yeah. New Card will be second, Kimi will be third, Big Printer will be fourth, Eli fifth,
yeah.
Peter sixth, Vernon seventh, Dave J8, Big Dave ninth, and Devil's Armpit 10th.
Yeah, I think that will be the order.
Yeah.
Well, SH will also be delighted with the way he drove. I think
Yeah.
you can't drive a better race than this, really.
No. He had just one stop in 70 laps. He has not a single warning for corner cutting or anything else. That is like the definition of perfect run.
The only thing that he didn't do is make it the perfect race with pole position, fastest lap, led every race, and won it. Yeah.
But he got pretty close to perfect at this moment.
He didn't get the fastest lap, but that's also due to the wet, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good design. But still, leading every lap.
Still.
Winning the race, getting pole position, pretty impressive. Started his last lap. Let's go on board with him and enjoy.
We tip our hats to SH, that was really a perfect run. As SH comes up now to lap Eli.
Ooh, playing with the rear end of his car, SH. Keep it together, man. Only 2 corners to go.
Don't hit the wall of champions now.
Yeah, coming up to the last chicane, avoiding the wall of champions, and SH wins the Canadian Grand Prix of the F1 League 2017. Great drive.
Yes.
Great drive. Everything was perfect. Really deserved.
What a great run.
What a great race.
As we see
him.
now, New Card and Big Printer being on the finishing straight as well.
Yeah. Interesting thing, I will be on board with Kimi and see if he takes third, because it's already 17 seconds right now. I don't think Eli will take fourth. He's too far away from that, for sure. Yeah, he is.
I think the only change will be Big Printer and Kimi at the end.
So Big Printer finishes, and here comes Kimi.
In the end, it will be changed to due to penalties.
Let's have a look. Kimi comes over the line and takes third.
Yeah.
With 9 seconds
Big Printer handed down to 4. He just missed the podium there because of corner cutting galore. And Eli, one of the last cars. Oh,
Big Dave retired! Oh, he crashed it just in front of him! Oh shit! Well, he will get the points though. He will get the points though with the 90% rule. But
yeah, that's
oh my god!
The finishing line.
Oh, did he get 9 for 10th then?
We will see now in the finishing table.
Oh! Oh, but first, great win by SH.
Yeah.
Great win.
What is that?
Mercedes back on top with a 1-3 finish.
Double podium for Mercedes here.
So they closed the gap in the constructors as well. Oh, Big Dave still got into 9th at the end though.
Yeah. Wow, Dave J must have been really ecstatic about that.
Yeah. Did not finish, but still in front of Devil.
Yeah, let's save the evidence. Okay, got it.
Oh, what a race.
Yeah.
With
Crazy.
Spectacular events. Eli and Peditz in Q3 going on these dry tires and surprising everyone by taking 2nd and 3rd on the grid. Really?
Yeah.
And they did a great job to get into 5th and 6th at the end as well. So we have it. SH, Newgarts, Kimi, Big Prancer, Eli, Peditz, Vern, Dave, Jay, Big Dave and Devil, and VW, Matthew and Harry not finishing.
Yeah, beautiful. Alright, until next time.
Yes, where we will be racing in Azerbaijan for the F2 League. And a week later, our F1 boys will be back again in the streets of Azerbaijan as well.
Yeah, we will see if Big Prancer will get his first points deduction in the league.
No. Make sure to go to the website racestation.net, where also we have started a new league in the Project Cars 2 leagues, if I believe so. So for those guys who are interested in that, please have a look. Also, make sure to be there next week, where we will see a lot more action again in the F1 League.
Yes.
Yes.
I think it will be Vernon and SH in the commentary seat. And,
yeah, definitely there. So, thank you guys for watching. Good night.
And goodbye.
Yes.